everyone, it's Jen. Welcome back to Yarn Purpose. Today, let's talk about Vogue Knitting Live Chicago 2018. Hey everyone, it's Jen. Welcome back to Yarn Purpose here on YouTube. Today I wanted to give you a little bit of a recap about Vogue Knitting Live in Chicago. It happened this past weekend. It was March 9th through the 11th, which was Friday to Sunday. And Vogue Knitting Live had been in Chicago for a few years. The event happens, if you don't know, a few times a year at different locations around the United States. It had been in Chicago for a couple of years and then sort of left to go be somewhere else, and then I guess by popular demand they decided to bring it back to Chicago. So I live in the far northwest suburbs of Chicago, so I decided to go with a couple of my friends, Beth and Jennifer, and we just, all met and just drove down to Chicago. It was held at a hotel in downtown Chicago. So we went on Sunday and just wanted to go just check everything out. You can, Vogue Knitting Lives, similar to a lot of the other, conventions that happen all around the country and different festivals. There's a ton of classes that you can take and other events that are going on. We just went down on Sunday to shop, basically, and just sort of to check it out since it hadn't been in Chicago for a minute. So the market itself was very small. Probably one of the smallest markets I've seen at, an event like that. That being said, even though it was a small market, I didn't count. I would say maybe 30 vendors, maybe, I don't know. Even though it was a small market, there was stuff there that I had not seen before. And obviously I'm very passionate about yarn and knitting and crochet. I go to a lot of the events in the area, and living around Chicago, there are quite a few things that do happen here, and it's easy also to fly to wherever other events are because, I'm near a major airport. So even though it was small, there was stuff there that I had never seen before, hence the shopping, of course. So anyway, I'm just going to show you here what I bought at Vogue Knitting, and then at the end I took a little bit of footage while I was there, and I'll just sort of add it to the end of this video so you can sort of check out what I was seeing on the market floor. So I only bought a couple of things. Again, the market was small, and also I tend to save a lot of my yarn money for Rhinebeck now that that's become a thing and that I'm going kind of every year. So I didn't buy too much, but the stuff I got was good. So let's get started. So the first thing I bought was these two skeins here. They are the same color, and they are from the Northern Bee Studio. You can see it's like this really pretty sort of, I've been very into the purple. I swear I was into the purple before it was like the color of the year. But anyway, it's sort of this like muted purple. It almost has like a grayish brown tone to it. It's really lovely. It is the Yak sock. And that is, in case you couldn't, and I'll leave the information down below, of course. It is 20% yak, 10% nylon, 70% superwash merino, 430 yards for 100 grams. So again, that's Northern Bee Studio. I have never seen this yarn before, and I did take quite a bit of video in her booth, so you'll definitely be seeing that later in this little recap. And let's see, and the colorway, here we go. Colorway is the Madame's Velvet Couch. So there you go. I just love this. Obviously, I'm going to make a giant shawl with this. I mean, you guys know who I am at this point, right? And then the other thing I bought was this. I mean, you can see a lot of my stash back here. I don't buy a ton of multicolored yarn or speckled yarn, especially because I do design a lot of shawls. I tend to think that for the types of shawls I like to knit, just solid color yarn just tends to work better, just, from a designer standpoint. But I just could not let this one go. So this is from Emma's Yarn. Again, another yarn company that I had never heard of before. But it's this like lovely purpley turquoise with the speckles. So let's see what the information is on this one. So this is the Hella Hank, and it is 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon, and it is 150 grams for 600 yards. The colorway is Endeavour. She did have smaller, I don't know if it was this yarn base, I think it was. She had smaller skeins of this, and initially I like picked up the smaller skein, but then when I saw that she had the 600 yard 150 gram ones, I was like, well, that's perfect for me and shawl knitting. So again, that's Emma's yarn. She had a lot of beautiful yarn. I took video in her booth as well. So that was really it for all that I bought at Vogue Knitting Live. After we shopped, which didn't take too long because the market was small, Jennifer and Beth and I just actually sat in the hotel lobby and knit for an hour or two and just kind of hung out and caught up. So, I mean, they're in my knitting group, but you know, it's always kind of fun just to hang out and knit, and especially in a small group like that. So we had a really good time. So, I mean, that's really it. Yeah, I don't know, like I'm not really sure if or when Vogue will come back to Chicago, but if they do, I definitely will be attending again to check it out. So that's it for me for today. I'm going to go ahead and cut to my video footage of Vogue Knitting Live. So hopefully you enjoyed those quick little clips of my time at Vogue, and I hope that everybody has a great week, and I will be back again next week with another video. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos from me, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you want to, you can turn on notifications so that you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. Have a good week, everybody. I'll see you again next Friday. Bye!